I want to meet you. I want to meet the you inside of you. The you inside of you that will not be denied. The overlooked you, the disrespected you. The you inside of you, the overcomer you. The refuse to quit you, the in spite of you, the against all odds you, the even though I'm sick, I go anyway you, the knock down you, but the get back up you. All I'm trying to say is I want to meet the awesome. Be awesome. You know you're awesome. You're awesome. Yeah, you. Be awesome. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. God makes no mistakes. Be awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Be awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. Yeah. I want to talk to you that woke up in the morning to get at you. The you inside of you that believes that anything less than awesome is an insult to our Creator. The world needs you to be awesome. The enemy needs to know that you are awesome. I want to talk to you because you need to be awesome. Yeah. Be awesome. So pull back the curtain. You're awesome. Hello, world. Be awesome. Repeat after me. It's me unapologetically because I'm awesome. He woke me up this morning. Started me on my way. Be awesome. Be awesome. In the mirror, what did I see? My great God keeps blessing me. So awesome. I'm awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. And you're nothing less. You're awesome. Awesome. You're awesome. 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 Be awesome. So awesome. So awesome. Be awesome. Check it out. When I look in the mirror, what do I see? My great God keeps blessing me. My great God keeps blessing me. That makes me awesome. On your job, be awesome. In your school, be awesome. In your church, be awesome. Be awesome. Be awesome. No matter what you look like, just be awesome. Working from the inside out with a smile on your face. God woke you up this morning. That ought to be enough to make you get up and smile and say, I'm awesome. Yes, it is. I'm awesome. No matter what nobody else thinks, I'm awesome. Yes, sir, I'm awesome. I'm awesome. Yes, sir. I'm awesome. Yes, sir, I'm awesome. You ought to go to your job and tell them, I'm awesome. Yeah, I'm awesome. 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 Yes, you are. W-E-S-O-M-E. Say it. A-W-E-S-O-M-E. Check it. A-W-E-S-O-M-E. Say it. A-W-E-S-O-M-E. I am A-W-E-S-O-M-E. Yes, sir. I'm A-W-E-S-O-M-E. Yeah. A-W-E-S-O-M-E. Check it out. A-W-E-S-O-M-E. Say it. A-W-E-S-O-M.
Greetings and good morning, entrepreneurs and kingdompreneurs. This is Darrell Sheila, part of the KingCast Network. Just wanted to connect with you this morning. I hope you're ready to ignite your engines. You are in the right place and the right space. This morning, we are going to bring to you a dynamic interview from Michelle Harden, the brand master herself, along with an amazing guest this morning. So I have one announcement that I wanted to get out to you. We are starting Mentor Me on Monday, July 5th. Monday, July 5th, we are starting the Mentor Me platform that's actually going to be coaching, developed, and strategically set up to help you actually focus on your mindset, having the proper motivation, and literally actually setting you up to monetize your digital content on a whole different platform. So we are excited to connect with you. I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy the brand master, Miss Michelle Harden herself, and her dynamic guest that's going to be able to bless you this morning. Thanks so much.
Well, great day to everyone. And I want to first welcome you back. We've had a very power-packed week, and I'm so excited about today. Guys, am I excited about today? And I'm going to share with you who my special guest is. But before I do that, we're talking about breaking poverty mindset. Now, when we say that, don't just brush it off your shoulders, just say, oh, that's just another get rich scheme conversation. It's not. It's the reality of where some of us have found ourselves in poverty, whether it has been financially or whether it has been just our mindset. So let me help you connect to see if this resonates with you. I want to tell you about what the word poverty really means. Poverty means the state of being extremely, extremely poor. Now, that's what the dictionary says. It says extremely poor. And so we understand that thousands of families living and have been living in poverty, even from what we've experienced with the pandemic here. But it means to be destitute, indigent. It means to be impoverished, to be in need, to have wants, even hardship. It means to be bankrupt. And I know some of us can identify with the word bankrupt because we've experienced that. But it is the complete opposite of having wealth, right? So it's also finally the state of being inferior in quality and insufficient in the amount of whatever you need. So it's not just talking about your financial situation, but it can even talk about just the feeling of inferiority. So you want to just tune in today. We're going to take a deep dive into this conversation, and I'm so excited that I have the opportunity to have the sit back, relax conversation with none other than Tiffany McIntosh. Before I bring you on the screen, know that she is a multidimensional entrepreneur. She has multiple business, I think up to 6 businesses. She has helped individuals to experience their financial freedom by developing businesses and also developing their life into multi-level marketing. She has a huge track record of blessing others. Her story of who she is and what she's done and just her blueprint of coming to this very point of her life of being financially free. You'll find it on KingCast. We'll be running that real soon. So I want you to stay tuned. Connect with us right here on KingCast. We have some amazing announcements that we're even going to share with you on today and why Tiffany is here with us. So without any further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get started. Help me welcome none other than Tiffany McIntosh. Tiffany, how are you?
I am blessed. How are
There
you?
she is.
How is the brand master?
Absolutely phenomenal. I am absolutely phenomenal. You're looking gorgeous over there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes. So I know you know a lot of people. Six Figure Chicks alone have its own network with over 13,000 women who track and follow your success. But there's somebody out there who don't know Tiffany. Introduce yourself. Who is Tiffany McIntosh?
So Tiffany McIntosh wears many hats. I don't have on a physical hat today, but I wear many hats. I'm a wife to one amazing husband, Mr. Calvin McIntosh. We have together a blended family with 6 children. We have 2 grandbabies and 1 on the way.
Wow.
We have 5 businesses. We actually own a logistics business. I have a boutique and a hairline, just so many different things that I have my hands in. I am the founder of a women's empowerment group called Six Figure Chicks. And it was founded a long time ago when it was just me and Jesus.
Yes.
But today, we are almost 13,000 strong globally. A lot of these women I coach and mentor in business. I coach and mentor them in ministry. And, I do a lot of different things. I'm a motivational speaker, so I speak all over the planet.
Yeah.
And it kind of slowed down a little bit with COVID, but guess what? Because of technology, we can do things like this.
Yeah.
So I am the one that wears all the hats.
And that's very inspiring. I met you just this year in 2021. I had heard about Six Figure Chick for a while, but I was invited to be an honoree at your event. And I knew then, and let me just say, I had not been one to go to different events and different ceremonies, but the Lord told me to go to this one. I knew there was a divine appointment that I had. And even my mentor says now, Michelle, when you go on assignment. And so when I connected with you, I knew that that was the purpose in which I needed to be there. And I'm so glad I did, because that's why we're here today. So that event was absolutely phenomenal. It was on the heels of us coming back into, we're able to gather and have events. And so you hosted this event. Tell us a little bit about that movement you did right here in Houston so many women from all over came down, celebrities and everybody came down to share with you. Tell me about that.
So actually, every year I host, I'm very intentional about what I do. I host two major events every year. And then sometimes, people just want me to love on them because I got so much love for everybody, right?
Yes, you do.
So they'll just hit me up in the middle, like, Coach, can we just meet up in the middle of one of these events so you can love on me? So I usually do an event, and I'm very intentional with this, Michelle. I do an event at the beginning of every year. Why? It's first quarter. People are looking for opportunities. People want to do things different. They do New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
And just like in business, in ministry, you need a reboot. You need to let people know, God, I done been through all of this last year. We first quarter, we going to come in the year with a bang. We're going to keep walking in our divine purpose. And so Six Figure Chicks had their very first, so I usually do retreats.
Yeah.
But this year, God had told me, people being in a house for COVID, and they were living in fear, and something that I don't operate in at all. They were living in fear, and people were spiritually drained, like how we're physically drained. They were spiritually drained, and God told me, have no fear.
Yeah.
People were scared to gather. I was not scared. I even put in my own money, because people don't realize when you host an event at a place like that. It was at a resort.
Yes.
The magnitude. I think the cheapest meal, the breakfast that we were supplying for people, was $60 a person, like breakfast for real. So we had 250 women to come in from all over the world. People flew in. I had celebrity guests, rapper Yo-Yo. She like my sister. A lot of people look at her as a celebrity. I just look at her as Yolanda.
Yes.
And even in that realm, that blessed me, because people, they always want to pull, and people pull on her all the time. She's like me. She has a very big heart. She's a giver. So I knew that she needed a spiritual reboot.
Yes.
So she was one of my celebrity guests. She was one of my speakers. And women just came, and they laid everything that they had going on at the altar. We had a good time after that, where I got a chance to meet your beautiful self and your amazing husband, where we honored you, because this is the thing. I'm not from Houston, Texas. My family and I actually relocated to Houston almost in August. It'll be 4 years. And we wanted to know who was the women that's in ministry that's out here on the battlefield. Who are the people that's in the marketplace? Because a lot of people feel like if you're in ministry, you got to be in poverty. What we're talking about today, you can't be in both. And the devil is a lie. You can be in both the ministry and marketplace. That's right. And I wanted to know who those people were. And your name was one of the very first names that was said to us. That's how you were able to get your personal invite and for us to honor you and give you your award at the event. So we had a red carpet event. It was, we had a camera crew, and it was just amazing. And then every year in October, I do a women's retreat at the mansions in Florida.
Wow.
So we're actually having gospel, none other than gospel recording artist and singer, Miss Leandria Johnson.
Yes.
Actually, her and I was supposed to have been doing a tour in 2020. We secured a contract in 2019. We were supposed to be on tour in 2020, and boom, COVID happened. But I feel like it was all for a reason and for a purpose. So guess what? Those people that were supposed to be able to see her, they're actually going to be able to see her. So, and not even just in a public setting, it's going to be very intimate. We have 4 mansions that we've rented. We actually have about 7 spots left because there's some ladies that couldn't come at the last minute. But we have about 7 spots left. We're going to have a ball. And the reason why I do October, one, that's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I know so many people that have survived it. But 2, what I like to do is stay ahead of depression. That's another reason that people are impoverished.
That's good.
Every year at holiday time, people get depressed.
Sure.
So in October, we want to get them already in front of it. So when the enemy tries to throw something at them to get them in a state of depression, they're already prepared. They're already equipped. They already have their armor on. They already have their battle gear on. And guess what? We're battling with them. So we get them prepared. And at the same time, my thing is I'm very big on sisterhood because my only real sister passed away in 2005 from a drunk driver accident. A drunk driver hit her and killed her and her baby. So sisterhood is very personal to me. So I want to show them, and of course, every sister not going to be like that, and it's okay. You got bad apples in every group, right? But my thing is, I want people when they leave to leave with a new sister that they didn't come with. Even if they came with a sister, I want them to leave with a new sister. So guess what? At holiday time, even if you don't have family, you now have family.
Yes. And
that's my
takeaway. When I walked away from your event, that's exactly what I experienced. The young lady who was battling cancer, I forgot what state she was from, but I remember after the event just grabbing her, hugging her, embracing her, speaking life into her. I'd never met her before, but got an opportunity to actually just meet her and just see the joy that she has while she goes through her process, right?
And today she's cancer free as of today. She has been blessed and delivered. And I remember when I contacted her, the Lord told me to reach out to her. And I said, I know that your finances has been affected. I said, you don't even have to pay. I just want you to come. You need to be in the presence of God's people so that we can touch you, so that you can get the oil put on you. Baby, they anointed her feet. They was at her feet. They anointed her head, her feet, everything. People was just laid out and slain in the spirit. People got delivered from stuff that they have been in bondage for 30 years. People have been in financial bondage that they are now out of because of the mindset. We did ministry first. So the first thing was ministry. We did ministry, and then we did marketplace because I want people to switch their minds. You can't get the money if your mind is impoverished.
Sure. Let me tell you something about that sister. She didn't dress like she had cancer. She didn't come in all toe up. Of course, all of her hair was gone. So she just looked like she was just this model. You know, she had her hair, her makeup was done. But I remember having on this white like blazer, like with the little points, like, I mean, it just matched her personality. And so it was just speaking volumes to what you created, the atmosphere you created. You know, you may be, you know, in a financial situation or a health challenge, or, you know, just in a destitute, as, you know, poverty, you know, the definition of poverty speaks to, but you don't have to walk in that if you change your mindset. So that was totally amazing. And that event was more than just having a DJ, having a videographer, you know, it was first class for you to have done that in Houston by way of what was it? The Woodlands.
Yes,
That little suburb out there, very nice area. It spoke volume to what you wanted to connect and wanted the women to experience. Wanted them to
absolutely.
experience. You have these relationships, and so you bring them so that people can be empowered. Another young lady I remember was the young lady and her mother that was there, who had, I think she had brain surgery or some type of neurological situation, and just been having those people in my mind since that moment to really intercede for them and just pray that their experience from that event is just still they're seeing the manifestation of that. So kudos and congratulations to you for that, and we're going to talk about what you have coming up next at the end,
Okay.
but let's go ahead and break into breaking poverty mindset. Tiffany, how were you able to break it?
So it's funny that you say that because I don't know if you read my book or not. A lot of people know this journey has not been easy
Absolutely.
for me. I came from prison to the palace.
Come on.
Literally, literally. I tell people I'm Joseph, right? Because even though Joseph was in the pit, he was still had favor with God, right?
Yes, yes.
So I grew up in a very a small place. I'm from a city called Akron, Ohio.
Hmm.
A lot of people only know about Akron because they know LeBron James. That's where he's from. So I call it the 7-minute city. I say you can get anywhere in 7 minutes. You either cousins or you go together. Everybody know everybody business. So when you grow up in
Hmm.
a small place like that, a lot of people's mindset are impoverished.
Hmm.
It's the crab in the bucket mentality. I want to keep
Sure.
you down because I'm down. If we
Yeah,
came from the same neighborhood, I don't want you to get out because guess what? If you get out, I don't got nobody to go with me, right?
yeah.
So I was taught, it was funny, right after I came home from prison, I got invited to a business meeting by someone and I went and I met a gentleman who today I still give him his kudos.
Yeah.
God used him as my saving grace, right? He introduced me to the industry of multi-level marketing.
Hmm.
And what happened was I got around people that had my solution and not my problem.
Wow. Come on.
So what happened? I had that chip on my shoulder when I went to the meeting.
Hmm.
And I remember a major player who now is my mentor. He makes $3 million a month. And I
Wow.
remember going to a meeting with him because I had never seen people that looked like me that made that kind of money. I
Yeah.
didn't know nobody that made $3 million a year, barely somebody that made $100,000 a year, right? So I went to the meeting, and when the meeting was over, he said, "Does anybody have any questions?" So I raised my hand because, of course, I'm the bold being, right? And I said, "Well, my mama told me that things like this are pyramid schemes and they trying to get you for your money." And he said, "Well, would you want to trade places with your mama? Because it sounds like your mama got a broke mentality." And
Wow.
I said, "Who you talking to? Who mama you talking about?" Right? So he said, and then he hit me with this, Michelle. He said, "I'm a documented millionaire over
Hmm.
again. You can go look me up on business for homes. You can go look me up on Google. You can go search me. Go to
Yeah.
the company's website." He said, "You can even go to," what did he tell me? He told me to go to a couple of different places and look him up. He said, "You can go to Dun and Bradstreet and look me up." He
Wow.
said, "Guess what?" He said, "This is the thing. Never take financial advice from people you wouldn't want to trade bank accounts with." He said, "And always remember this. In order for me to get you, you got to be doing better than me."
Wow.
And when he gave me that gut shot, because
Gee.
nobody had ever done that, I
Hmm.
just went by because we think what mama and them say is
Hmm.
golden. What
Yes.
granny and them say is golden, but we watch them struggle their whole lives and die with nothing. We
Yes.
watch them work 3 and 4 jobs and still can't get ahead. And when I changed the dynamic of the people that I hung around, the
Wow.
poverty mindset started to make me literally ill, sick to the
Wow.
stomach.
Mm.
Because I was around people that thought they had it going on because they was making $30 an hour when
Wow.
I was around people that was making $30,000 an hour.
Yes.
So it changed my mindset. It shifted from poverty to, okay, Lord, I know you created me for more. I
Yeah.
know you created me for greatness. I know there's more to life than work till I'm 65 and then die at
Yeah.
70 and then die at 70 and never experience life.
Yes.
That's when I learned that there was a difference between existing and actually living. You
Yes.
know, people feel like because they're on this earth, they thank God that they're above ground, they're living. No, there's a lot of people that is on this earth, but they're just existing. They're lost beings. They don't even know their purpose in life. And I remember when he asked me, could he mentor me because he saw greatness inside of me? He said, it's not going to be easy. I'm going to tell you things that you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. He said, because this is the thing. Before you get the kind of money that I have, or even before you even make six figures, he said, I don't want you to think about six figures a year. I want you to think about six figures,
Come
have
on.
a six-figure week. He said,
Yes.
I want you to have a
Yes.
six-figure day.
Come on.
I want you to have a six-figure month. He
Yes.
said, but before you get it, you have to get it here before you can get it here. And I
Yes.
remember getting this ring from my company for making the six figures. But what I remembered also, Michelle, is that every day I did personal development. Because you got to remember, if something is beat into you or trained into you for 20, 30 years,
Come
and
on.
then you have to relearn, or you have to unlearn to
Yes.
relearn the right way, it's a process. So I had to go through the hardness of even my parents telling this is a pyramid, this is that. And a lot of time people will shy away or try to downplay things that they don't understand. They will badger it because they didn't understand it. So
Yes.
nobody in my family was in multi-level marketing. Nobody in my family done anything like that. They was taught that you work 2-3 jobs and die with nothing. And
Yeah.
I said, oh no, that is a generational curse that somebody got to break. And since y'all didn't do it, I have to do it. So you have to start in your mind. You got to change your mind to change your money. And
Wow.
you have to get around people and be mentored and coached by people that has already done it. You can't get with fake coaches saying, I'm going to help you make six figures, and they're not making six figures.
Right.
You got
Right.
to get around people that have the knowledge that say, look, I made $250,000. You do the math. $250,000 means that you made $20,800 a month to be able to get $250,000. So
Wow.
therefore, you got to get around people that has already done that so that they can teach you. Because
Yeah.
people can't teach you anything that they haven't done. I
Right.
always tell people I'm always the fastest person running on my team because guess what? I got to get there first to be able to teach you. I can't teach you how to make $1 million if I've never made $1 million, because that's not a secret I would keep from myself, Michelle. So you have to get around people that have the mindset, because poverty starts in the mind. Have you seen people on TV that are now, Tyler Perry, for instance? He almost a billionaire,
Yeah.
lived around poverty all his life. So there's a point in your life you have to make a decision. It's D-Day, decision day. You
Wow.
have to make a decision. Is my situation is it going to grow me, or is it going to be, am I going to let it defeat me? And I made up in my mind, because I was a single mom at the time of 2 beautiful children. I said, guess what? I'm not going to use my situation as something that I'm going to let beat me down and
Yeah.
break me down. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. I
Yes.
said, so I have to be that person, that light, that person to show people, look, yes, she came from the bottom. Yes, she came from the projects. Yes, she's been to prison. Yes, everything that was designed to take her out
Yes.
actually built her up. And I tell people, God is not a respecter of persons. If he did it for me, he can do it for you, because some people don't have my story. Some people have bachelor degrees and doctorates and all of this stuff, and they're driving Uber.
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't add up. And
Yeah.
my mentor told me, he said, never tell your children they got to go to college. He said, none of me or my millionaire friends have college education. Some of us are ex-military. He said, but the military taught us discipline.
Wow. Yes.
He
Yes.
said, but we don't have college educations, because college teaches you how to be a great employee. See, he told me something that resonated with me. He said, you need 0 degrees to be a CEO, but you
Wow.
got to have a degree to work for the CEO. Now you got to get in debt, to go work for somebody who making millions of dollars off of your back, and
Yes.
he's not, you don't even know who he is because he's
You're
never
never
there. He's living his life.
Yes.
You exist
Only
and
God.
trying to figure out how you gonna pay your kids college tuition. You can never make none of your kids games because it's mandatory overtime at work. But he's at everything for his daughter and his son.
Yeah.
So I had to get around people that had the knowledge that I wanted to possess in order to get that poverty mindset. And he said the worst thing a person can do is get the money before they get the knowledge, because you see people,
It'll be gone. Yeah.
it'll be gone. You see people, ex-NFL, ex-NBA players, they went through hundreds of millions of dollars. Who could do that, first of all?
Yeah.
He said because they went and bought 10 houses when they only could live in one. They went and bought a fleet of cars when they only can drive one at a time. And guess what? They got notes on all of them. Then when they're no longer in the NFL or the NBA and their income changes, their lifestyle can no longer go on like that. He said nobody taught them the knowledge and teach them how to invest their money while they're in the league. So when they're out the league, they don't have to file bankruptcy 3 to 5 years after they're out.
Wow. Guys, I have just allowed Tiffany to just speak because this is a transformational moment for all of us. I know for me personally, being in the church and being taught this philosophy, Tiffany, that if you just serve the Lord and if you just pray and if you just do all you can, just wait for him to bless you. Just wait on it. So this time, this moment and transitional part in Randy and I's life, we know and we knew that we had to do something different. We had to really stay focused and go after what our passion was and do the work. I think that's going to be my next hashtag. You got to do the work. You got to put in the work first in your belief system, changing the way, and you talked about that, your mind, the way that you think about things, the way that you see things, and the way that you see even opportunities that are before you. And then the other thing is changing the people that you're around.
Ooh, that's
Critical.
the key.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah. I think it was someone who said, when you add up the total sum of the 5 people that you're around, that's going to...
You show me the 5 people you hang around, I can tell you what your bank account look like, because I've mastered that over the last decade. If you hang with 5 broke people, I promise, I can bet every dollar I got in the bank, you're going to be number 6.
Yes.
If you hang around 5 millionaires, the blessing got to fall down on you. Why? Because knowledge, if you even listen to Eric Thomas, Eric Thomas say knowledge is the new money, get you some. Because knowledge is something nobody can take from you. I don't care how poor you are. I don't care what neighborhood you live in, because your current situation is not your final destination.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what your current situation is. If you get the knowledge and you do the work, because even the Bible says prayer without works is dead.
Is dead.
So you praying and you not putting in no work. One thing I know about Jesus is that he gonna always show up and he gonna always do his part and he gonna always be on time, even if we're panicked.
Yes.
He's gonna do his part, but did you do yours?
Yes. That is so powerful. I want to talk about now the ability, because network marketing is one way, but I also believe that there are other ways. When you change your mindset and what you understand and what you have in your hand, what you've been gifted with. It was Jeremiah 1:5 that says, before you were even formed in your mother's womb, there was a God idea about you. And his idea was not, Jeremiah also talks about, it wasn't to hurt or harm you, but it was to bring you an expected end. So in that, God has given us, he's already equipped us with everything that we need on the inside of us, whether it is content, experience, something that we could take and share with other people, and then creating that content and eventually monetizing that. Can you speak to that? Because you share and you train, even though you do multi-level marketing, you still train people, from the mindset to the tools that are available to them to be successful. What does it mean for people to begin to get into this creative space right now?
So if they didn't learn through the pandemic that now is the time, execute, y'all gonna see me hashtag that all the time, execute. One thing that I had to do, I said, and this is the thing, because we live in a microwave society, Michelle, people want instant,
right now.
instant, right now. But what they fail to realize, just like I was the bamboo tree. If you ever watch the video on the bamboo tree. The bamboo tree takes 5 years to break the surface. 5 years. And this is funny because the first 5 years of my experience, my career, I was a student. I didn't see money. I was still on public assistance. But I guess what? I was borrowing money. I was doing all kinds of stuff to get around the people that had the knowledge that I needed, because I knew once I got it, once it clicked, I had already figured out what my purpose was. It was the impact, not just women, because once I was the keynote speaker in front of 10,000 people, and it was me, big 350-pound men crying when I told my story, how I am Joseph. And how I went from the pit to the palace, and I ain't even made it to the palace yet, really, because God really told me some things while we were on vacation that blew even my mind, and my mind is not blown easily where He's taking us to. So the bamboo tree takes 5 years. So for 5 years, I sat and got the knowledge from different millionaires, from different people that had the success that I wanted, that had the knowledge that I wanted, that had the key, so to speak, to break the mindset, that had the key to show people how now what we're doing, how to monetize content. And it's so funny that you even said that to me. So many people come to me and be like, Coach Matt, you drop knowledge all the time for free. You life coach people for free. I need you to get on here, because guess what? You need to be on the stages with the Les Browns and all of these people, because you got what they have. You got what, and God placed that in you. It's a gift. It's a you know, one thing I always tell people, you can learn a talent, but you can't learn a gift.
Wow.
So this is the thing.
That's good. That's good.
You can learn a talent, but you can't learn a gift.
Wow.
And so so what I learned was you have to be able to monetize what you're doing. You have to be able to make money in your sleep.
Yes.
You can't be like I'm one person. My last company, our team was almost 9,000 people.
Yes.
You know, I couldn't be places with 9,000 people. And then the funny part about it is, I asked God for this. I said, God, I want you to give me 5 people that's better than me. 5 people that got more drive than me. 5. That's why the affirmations are important. You write it down, you make it plain, and you affirm it, and you don't let nobody change your mind. It doesn't matter what it looks like in the natural, because God said we walk by faith and not by sight. And even when it was just me believing, and it was one application in, and it was just me and my husband and my children in the business. And before we got to 500 and 1,000 and 8,000 and all of these thousands of people, what I was doing was I was writing down what I was learning, and I was making a presentation out of it. I was making a training out of it. And so I was training people. One, a lot of people are not where they're supposed to be, Michelle, because they don't even believe in them.
Wow.
People like, how do you walk into it? People ask me this, Michelle. I can go to a presentation and be the keynote speaker, and I got more applications than the people in the audience. Wow. And so I will walk in a room where there's 200-300 people and sign up 150 of them. And they're like, how do you do that? Like, one, I walked in with a spirit of expectancy.
Come on. Come on.
Y'all came with one application. I came with 150 applications, because I understand what affirmations do when you affirm them. So guess what I did? I expect you to sign up to change your life.
Yes.
I expect you to show up for you. I expect you to change your dynamics for your family and your bank account. I tell people, Marriott and Bugatti and all of these names that we know, these are people's last names.
Yes. Yeah.
What will your last name say when you die? I tell people, Paris Hilton never had to work a job a day in her life. Why? Because her grandfather made a decision that he was going to go all in on Hilton hotels.
Wow.
And whoever didn't believe in it, but he was all in.
Yeah.
Guess what? She ain't never got to work. She can mess up. She can go blow money.
Children don't have to work.
Never. Her children's children will never have to work. They can go blow money every single day. Why? Because one of us are going to always stay in Hilton hotels. I said, I want the Hilton hotel money. I want the Bugatti money. I want that money, not so that I can be flashy or no. I want it because guess what? I want to do full-time ministry one day. And
Yes.
full-time ministry take money. That's why I
Yes.
tell people, look, you can be marketplace and ministry. You can't do ministry without the marketplace.
Say
You
that
can't
again.
do ministry with no money.
You
Guess
can't.
how much it cost for me to do that event at the Woodlands Resort?
Yeah.
It was 6 figures.
Yes. Yeah.
And I put my own money in because guess what? I believe in what the Lord told me to do. But if I didn't have the money, this is the thing. One thing about church people, most of them have a great heart. They want to help people, right?
Come on. Come on.
And I asked my mentor a decade ago, I said, I just want to be a philanthropist. I want to help the poor. At the time, I was poor. I said, I want to help the poor. I want to do this. I have a heart for the homeless. He
Yes.
said the best way to help the poor is not be one.
Jesus.
He said, because how can you help somebody else if you can't help you? If you're depending on a food stamp card to feed your kids, how you gonna feed somebody else's kids?
Wow.
If you're depending on a once in a lifetime or once a month check to try to pay all your bills, even if you work a job and you pay once every 2 weeks, that's still one stream of income to pay all of those bills, and it's not residual.
Right.
Because
Right.
if you don't go to work, you don't get paid.
Mm.
So he had to shift my whole mindset. And then guess what I did? I digested all of it so that I can feed other people. I fed them. I had to feed them. I had to feed them manna, like the Bible talks about, for their mind. Because once I shifted their mind, I shifted their money. And then I started coaching people who started making more money than me.
That's where I want to go to. That's where I want to go from this, is that what you do, you don't just do it for yourself, but you're doing it so that you can gain the knowledge and be able to have a duplicate of those lives of success stories, that they too can be in the 6 figures. And that's where this creative, creating your content and monetize come from, being able to have a place globally. Because what if, Tiffany, what if there's another pandemic? You're hearing about Delta. What if there's another pandemic? What have we set in place? What has been the classroom for us from COVID-19 that will still allow us in the kingdom to use those things? The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. The wicked want answers. They want information. Come on.
Right.
They want to know how to get through, how to survive, how to connect, how to do the things that we do and be successful. They want to know these things. So how are we preparing ourselves, to that very point? And I want to say that is what you do. That is amazing to me, being able to talk to a multitude of people with different personalities, different backgrounds, different issues, and be able to say the same message like Jesus did. He said, he gave the parable and he let the chips fall where they may. Learn it so that you can apply it to your life wherever you are. And that's what I want to challenge our viewers on right now. Let's just stop living the life of looking like we have enough and looking like we're successful. Understanding where we are, the timings that we're in, and that there's so much more that you have on the inside of you that you are gifted with. The gifts, the talents, the resources that God has given you that you can share with other people. But you've been sleeping on it. You've been procrastinating. You've been waiting because you think maybe it's just going to happen. If the Lord want me to do it, he's just going to allow me to do it. He's going to create the opportunity. The Bible says that he's already given us every spiritual blessing that we need. And so since he's already done that, he's not going to do anything else. He's already done his part. It's up to us to walk into this place that Tiffany is sharing with us, changing our mindset, transforming our community, where we get our belief system from, where we read, what we read, and what our experience, and then our belief in ourselves. Right. And so I want to make sure that we really get this. And I want you to raise your hand or put in a little hashtag, that you're shifting your mindset. You see yourself as a 6-figure earner, and that you're ready to connect on this level. Tiffany is getting ready to launch right on our KingCast network, and we're so stoked and happy about it. Her own network. This month, guys, July, wait for it. It's getting ready to happen. Not only is she going to provide information and coaching information to help you understand how you can get to a six figure. But I see her even in this duplicating people who will do the same thing she's going to do.
Absolutely.
Host and have your own network and be a part of this movement of that you can have more than enough of overflow. You're going to be where in the Bible it talks about, they say, stop, keep all your money because y'all giving too much. I can't take it no more. Don't give no more money. We got enough. It's coming to that moment to those that believe that it is possible to be a six-figure earner, that we will have the privilege of doing so. And I'm going to say one more thing. You've said so much that has really touched me. One of the things that you talked about was being able to have the resources to be a philanthropist. I call it a kingdom underwriter. So when people come to church and they got an issue or they got something or a budget or something, we don't have to sit there and wait for the 100 people to get in line to give $100. You can say, okay, the church needs this. Okay, what we need. Okay, and be able to write that check for it. Ministry needs this. This person has been hit with a storm of life. What do you need for your medical bills? We see Tyler Perry do it. That's one person. Bishop Jakes, we know he can do it. That's another person. We know Oprah Winfrey has done it. Those are just three people. It's more of us out here. And it is our time, Tiffany. It is our turn. And I'm so excited that you have been a trailblazer in this six-figure world to let us know that it is possible. I want you to speak now to the event that you're hosting in October. That is a very intimate event, and I can't wait to experience the intimacy and what God is going to do in that place. Speak to October. Give us the dates, the times, and all of that, and how people can register.
So October the 14th through the 17th, guys, we are going to be in Reunion, Florida, which is actually a suburb of Orlando. We have 4 mansions there. We are going to, as women, we wear many hats. We wives, we business owners, we're encouragers, we're natural nurturers, right? So every year, October, I have this event, but this October is going to be dynamic. Why?
Yes.
We're going to have Actually, I'm having a special guest as well that's going to be there. Okay. I haven't even released her name. I'm waiting for her team to get the contract over to me now. God gave her to me and told me to add her. So Leandria Johnson will not be the only guest that we're having. So we're staying in the mansions, y'all. We're gonna get free. We're gonna have prayer, but guess what? We're gonna have some fun too. Yes. We're gonna have a pink party on Saturday night. We're gonna have a DJ, a pool party. Get ready, y'all, because every year we get a team, get a group together. As the ladies this is one of the icebreakers where they get to learn one another. So guys, we're going to have a 90s girls group. They're going to perform. I'm going to put them in groups of people that they do not know. Michelle, you will be one of the judges. We're going to let Leandria judge. And we're gonna also let my secret guest that y'all don't know about yet, but she's actually going to be a judge, and I'm going to be a judge. So we're gonna have 4 judges. We're gonna have y'all gonna have bragging rights. We're gonna have stuff we're giving away. So right now we have a couple of spots still left. It's $850. That includes your stay. We having a chef that's gonna be there, y'all. So I'm gonna pamper y'all. Y'all know I'm all about the pampering and self-care, right? So we're gonna have a chef. All your meals will be provided, and we're going to have a blast. And you're going to get a chance to, at the same time, not only hang out and do the pajama party and all of that stuff with your celebrity guests, you're going to get a chance to meet some sisters, to get yourself free, to get yourself out of bondage. Yes. You're not going to leave like you came. I promise you that. We're going to love on you. We're going to encourage you. We're going to inspire you. And guess what? When you leave, there's people that came into they've been to every last one. This is going to be our 4th or 5th one. And they left different. Some people came in not even feeling good about themselves. Honey, we gave them a whole makeover. I called a whole makeup crew. So we're going to have a makeup crew there. If you want to get your makeup done for the party, we're going to have videography. We're going to have photography. It's going down in a major way. 6-figure chicks, we got to do everything in excellence. We don't have step on none of the things that we do. So guys, if you want to get those spots, what you can do is they can reach out to me directly on Facebook to author Tiffany Moore McIntosh. Also, they can also go to the Six Figure Chick website, where you can buy. Let me get out. Send that to you as well, where you can
I'm
put it.
putting it on the lower screen so they can see it.
Okay, they can actually go to the Six Figure Chick website and purchase their ticket there, but I would actually want them to contact me first because I don't want to oversell. I don't want to sell the spots that's not there. Also, I'm thinking about adding Michelle day passes for people
Okay.
that's not actually
Awesome.
staying with us, but
Sure.
they want to come and get, because we only can have so many people. I want them to be able to still come get the fire. And
That's a
even if
great
you
idea.
can't stay at the mansion with us, you can stay at it's a whole bunch of hotels and villas and things like
Yes.
that around us. I actually just messaged you the Six Figure Chick website, and you can put
Okay.
that in the comments.
Okay.
And then that way you can still get everything that we got going on, because last year we did that. We had a couple of young ladies that at the last minute, God told me, just don't leave them out in the cold. I mean,
Yes.
we were sold out. We didn't even have nowhere for them to sleep. So we said, look, if you want to just do a day pass and come to the events and do everything with us, you can do it and then sleep elsewhere, and we'll still provide the food for you. So we still provided the food. They still ate with us and everything. They just did not stay in the mansion with us because we were completely sold out, and they found out at the last minute. So I'm going to do some things like that as well, if they want to do day passes and things of that nature. So that way, if people want to come and the event is sold out, because I think we now have 7 spaces left.
Wow.
So once those are gone, we don't have any, unless Michelle, we get at least 25 more women to register, and then we can have enough money to be able to
Mansions.
purchase another mansion, because those
Yes.
mansions is not cheap now.
Right.
So
Right.
it has to make financial sense. So if we get at least 25, at least 32 more women, 7 can go in the houses that we already have, and then 25 in the another mansion. So if we can do that, then guess what? We'll open up a whole nother mansion, because I'm declaring and decreeing by this time next year,
Come
we're
on.
going to need the NRG Center. We're not going to
Come
be
on.
able to use anything
Yeah.
like the Woodlands Resort,
Yes.
and especially what we have coming up in March, because I told you each event we're going to have some of gospel's most favorite people that y'all listen to and know every single day. Leandria Johnson is going to be at that event as well. But
Yes.
I tell you, who we gonna have, baby? The flyer ain't even out yet. The only flyer that is out, but it's only me and Leandria on the flyer. But the other people,
Yes.
and we gonna have it. It's gonna be a whole revival, Michelle. But
Come
guess what?
on.
We're gonna revive their minds. And we're gonna revive their minds. We're gonna do ministry and marketplace. I got some
Yes.
sisters that's a million, that they 6-figure chicks with a 7-figure bank account.
Come on.
and,
Come
and
on.
one of them happens to be coaching me right now,
Mm-hmm.
in the health and wellness business that I'm in. So
Yes.
guys, we're gonna have people there that's not going to show you how to get 6 figures, because guess what? We want you to have a 6-figure day. We want
Yes.
you to have a 6-figure month. They're not
Mm-hmm.
going to be coaching you to 6 figures a year. That's the old thing. That's the
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
We're going to be coaching you. We want you to be a 6-figure chick with a 7-figure appetite.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You can go bless more people. You can go
Mm-hmm.
bless more people. You can be a blessing to more people. And that is what it's about at the end of the day. I want to bless more people.
Wow.
I'm walking it like I'm talking it. I'm putting in the work. We ran all day yesterday and still drove 4 hours to Dallas for what we got going on today. We got
Yes.
a whole shoot and everything going on after my interview with you. Because
Yes.
guess what? I already put it out there. You didn't even know. I already put it out there and told 6-figure chicks, because last year God brought in my spirit while I was on Facebook Live inside of 6-figure chicks, that this year we would make $3.8 million by the end of
Wow.
2022. And I said, well, I don't even know what it means. I had a female pastor that was in the group on my live. She said, 3 is the Trinity, the Father, Son,
Yes.
the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
She said, and 8 is new beginnings. Guess what? Our company is getting ready to give away thousands of dollars this
Yes.
month in July. So
Yes.
we're walking in it. We walking it like we talking it. We putting in the work. Yes, it's a lot of work that goes behind it. But this is what my mentor told me. He said, in the beginning, you will do more than what you're paid for. But in the end, you get paid for more than what you do. You lay the ground, and then you guess what? You let it duplicate. You let it reciprocate. And guess what? God is going to give you the because people say, where do you get your drive from? I said, it gotta be Jesus, because I'm tired.
Because let me tell you, people call me a hard worker, but I've never seen, Tiffany, someone work as hard as you. And when you come, you give it your 1,000. Not
1,001.
1,001 and 2 and 3. You know, blessing the people to make sure that they have what they need to be successful.
And you didn't even know I told Six Figure Chicks that I was getting ready to help some of them start their own network. I haven't even called you about this yet. They're already preparing right now. They're already before I even release mine. I was getting ready to call you. I said, well, you know what? I'll wait until after our interview, and then we can jump on just Zoom that we can talk about this, because for the last 48 hours.
No, this right here is over.
The last 48 hours, I've been putting it out there. I've already put it out there.
My God, I'm telling you, when we came back on our ride back from our meeting, we began to just strategize, and I began to hear what God was speaking to me, because I know the number he gave me by December. I know it, that my place and what I'm able to do. And some people, they struggle with it because of the mindset. They can't see themselves without having bills, or without being in that place where you paying what they say, pay Peter to pay Paul, or rob Peter to pay Paul.
No, I was at one point, I was robbing all 12 disciples just to pay Paul.
Me too. And then people are still.
I get it, but I knew God designed me for more than just paying bills and dimes.
I believe it, Tiffany. I'm so glad that God has connected us with you and your husband for such a time as this. Our heart has always been to help the kingdom, and we've done so much, and I'm so glad that we get a chance to see the manifestation for not just our children, but our grandchildren, and then their children as they have children down the line. But he already spoke that what you are to do on that network is bigger than what we talked about, and I am so just blessed to get confirmations like that. It just blesses me, not for the sake of what we're about to do, but that God speaks to us. It is so important to me that I know that God speaks to me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Because when you hear his voice, like I heard his voice while we were on vacation. We just came back from an 8-day vacation in Mexico, and when I was on
hold up, and you took the whole family.
Whole family. That's the whole family.
I saw that. I was like, okay, that's Calvin, Tiffany, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, the whole family went.
The whole family. Because guess what? I would rather give them experiences than stuff, because stuff will perish and experiences will last forever. Forever.
I know you got to run. God bless you, Tiffany. We're going to post that on our page, on KingCast page. We have the flyer. We're going to post that on our page and get it out. And I want to encourage everybody, go ahead, register. You want to be a part of that movement. If you want to transform your mind from your stinking thinking and from the way you have operated, you just want to be in the presence of godly women. When you say the name Leandra Johnson, you've spoke volume. If you hear her testimony and her story, she's real radical about what she did, even after being a pastor and after being in the body, and how the church actually treated her during that process. But where she in a don't care attitude, and just so she need a network too. She need a network.
I got her. Don't even worry about it. I got a bunch of people.
You got a network. Everybody got a network.
You get a network. We're gonna be like Oprah. Like Oprah was giving away cars. We're giving away networks, baby.
Let's do it. I love you, my sister, and I
love you too,
to just taking this journey with you. God bless you, and enjoy the rest of your day. I know you're getting ready to have a ball, so God bless you.